Imagine walking into a convenience store just a few blocks from home. A trip that should have taken minutes, a trip you've taken multiple times. Then imagine disappearing so completely that 36 years later you were never found. No body, no arrest, no answers. And what if the biggest clue isn't what the investigators found, but what they failed to investigate? This is the disappearance of Danette and Jeanette Millbrook, often called the Millbrook twins. Danette and Jeanette Millbrook were 15-year-old identical twins living in Augusta, Georgia. They were often described as energetic and extremely close, often inseparable. They loved spending time with friends and often dreamed about their future. No one could imagine that a simple walk would become one of Georgia's most endearing mysteries. March 18th, 1990. It was a Sunday evening. The twins left home intending to walk to a nearby convenience store that they had been multiple times. Witnesses would later report seeing the twins walking in the area. Some reports place them at local businesses. Others suggest they were talking with different people along the route. But after that night, the trail went cold. Family members, friends, and neighbors searched, but the twins seemed to have disappeared into thin air. When police began investigating, one theory emerged: runaways. Authorities classified them as runaways instead of potential victims to a crime. For the Millbrook family, this designation would become a huge obstacle. The authorities didn't seem to care, and their sense of urgency all but disappeared. The family stressed that the twins would never leave without contacting family members. It just wasn't part of their personality. Yet despite pleas from the family, years would pass with very little progress. As the years went by, troubling questions emerged about how the investigation had been handled. Reports suggested witness statements were not even fully pursued. Potential leads were incomplete, and records were overlooked. Some information was never fully documented. The family still continued pushing for answers, but with every passing year, the case seemed doomed. Then came an unexpected development. More than 2 decades after the twins disappeared, the FBI reopened the case. Witnesses were re-interviewed. Investigators started looking at fresh evidence that was overlooked in the past. The renewed attention brought hope to the family, but also highlighted a painful reality. If critical evidence was ignored in 1990, it could be gone forever. Documents disappear, witnesses' memories fade, and people move away and pass on. The clock had already been ticking for almost 24 years. So what really happened to the Millbrook twins? Several theories have circulated over the years. Most people believe that they were abducted, but some sightings have been reported since then. Because there are no definitive answers, police have never released the names of any suspects. The truth still remains unknown. 36 years have now passed since the girls walked out their front door. Somewhere, somebody knows the truth. Until the truth is uncovered, this remains one of the most haunting disappearances in Georgia history.